Hey, y'all, happy Friday. I'm glad you're in the building, okay? We doing Friday night topics here, okay? Friday night trending topics, and we're going to talk about this thing, right? So what did I call messy people? Messy people, that's our theme, okay? Messy people. And why am I saying that? Because who's on the docket tonight? Oh, we got Club Shay Shay. You know what? Shannon Sharp over there, he messing. He doing the foolery, okay? He cutting up over there. I don't even really know this girl. I guess she's some type of online influencer. What's her name? Brittany Reiner. So she wanted to tell, Shannon Sharp how many men, her body count, they like to call it. So she told him her body count. And Rick Raw. Now, why I keep wanting to say Rick Raw? Rick Fox. Rick Fox comes in the comments talking about he want to be number 36. See, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Some things don't connect with me until later. But you know what? E said it on one of our trending topics. She said the men want these things. They want the BBLs. They want the boobs. They want the girls that's going to, drop it low and spread it wide. They do. They may act like they don't, but they do. So he knows, the girl, brave enough, want to tell her body count, and he don't care. He want to be number 36. He's standing in line. Messy. Okay, then we're going to talk about it. Then we're going to talk about, this TUPAC situation. Let me say this. It's been 27 years, right? They said it was the case that was solved but never prosecuted. But the guy that they got locked up now, talking about Big Dummy, he would still be free if it wasn't for him telling on himself. Where they do that at? That's almost like Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, taking the phone to the crime, and then his probation officer called him and said, excuse me, you violated probation. Now you're going to be in the house locked down for 120 days. Talking about we outside. You ain't outside no more. You're locked down for 120 days. Okay, so we're going to talk about that situation. Then we're going to talk about Bethany and Nene. Bethany got her podcast over there. And I see people trying to get in on the platform. I'm sorry, y'all. The platform is jam-packed. Y'all listen, the people that be on the platform, they get their ticket early. You got to get your ticket early. The platform is packed, people. It's packed. Right? So they did an interview bonding. They bonding over there. We thought Andy was our friend. When you become of a certain age, there's some stuff you just need to let go. How many people out there ever had a friend that they thought was their friend, and then they not speaking to them no more? Chat with me in the chat. How many of y'all had a friend? How many of y'all had a boss that you felt like you and that boss was cool, but then all of a sudden you look up and that boss done stabbed you in the back, and you like, oh, but we talk every day, but I got his number. What the heck? So I'm not saying that anything that Nene and Bethany is saying is not true, but what I am saying is, at what point will you wake up and tell yourself, not today? Not today. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. That was yesterday. I'm going to live in the now. And respectfully, I'm saying this, people. I'm going to say this respectfully. Respectfully, instead of, doing all these interviews about what happened over there at Bravo, why don't you just work on doing maybe, what do you call it? Interviews so that you can get you the next gig. Messy people, but we going to talk about it. Now, we trying to do a Friday Night Express train. Y'all going to behave and let's do this. Now, last night, the train shook a little bit. We shouldn't be shaking any trains tonight. So, if y'all want to, I don't think you need your seatbelt. You could just sit down and chill. Cross your leg or something. Drink your drink. I'm hoping the train doesn't shake tonight. That's what I'm calling, okay? Hoping the train does not shake tonight. But listen, people, y'all know what I need. What do I need so I can board this platform? I need a what in the chat? Come on, in my opinion. I appreciate you. I need a what? Choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. It is Friday night trending topics. And let's get an amen, because we done made it to another Friday. So here we are. We're about to start our weekend and have us a good old time. All right. So it's Friday. All right. And for all y'all that just got paid tonight, holla. All right. Don't spend it all in one place. Now we about to board this platform. And like I said, I think you could be easy tonight. You don't have to put on your seatbelt. Just chill in your seat, okay? But listen, if the train starts shaking, don't be trying to sue the diva. So matter of fact, for all y'all that get so happy, go ahead and put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on. All right, now I'm aboard this platform. Hey, Felicia.
Hey, everybody. Amen.
Amen, Leo, Robin.
Choo-choo.
Come on
Express train.
There we go. In my opinion, E.
It might shake just a little, Diva. It might shake just a little.
Oh, shucks now.
Diva, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Okay,
Hi.
well, who that be in your picture, though?
That's Fantasia's aunt.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that is so shady. Fantasia's
You
aunt.
already shaking it.
See, let me tell you something, E. You behaved tonight because you took me out with that Usher recap. Okay, you took me all the way out. Talk about you don't have to call. I cannot with you. But anyway, okay, we're moving forward, people. Hey, I'm Dustin. Hey, listen. I think what story I'm gonna start with first. Oh, it is always hard for me to think.
Hi, Julius. Hi, in my opinion.
Hey,
You know what? I'm gonna start with this. Hold on, guys. Just mute, because we gotta try to do express train here. I love the love y'all showing, but give me a minute. So hold on now. I think we're gonna start with this Rick Fox story. Okay, I'm calling it Rick Fox, but it's Rick Fox. But you know, Club Shay Shay, he started it. He always starting some mess over there. You know what? Him and that club is gonna become infamous and famous. He messy, and I ain't mad at him. Okay, not gonna say nothing to him. You can't hate the player, you know, hate the game, I guess. Listen, let's get into this story. So Rick Fox, who was married to Vanessa Williams, what was her? She was the first Black Miss America. That's who he was married to. They couldn't get along. I think they have a daughter together. He left her. And you know what? He left her probably because he fought the streets, allegedly. I'm just saying. So Rick Fox has a wild response to Shannon Sharp's interview with Brittany Renner. I don't know her, okay? But I did watch part of the interview and I said, okay. So Shannon Sharp's interview with Brittany Renner had Rick Fox feeling some type of way. The former three-time NBA champion tried to shoot his shot with Renner, who is an influencer and internet personality. Now, E, I'm not coming to you yet, but I don't even know if you remember. You tried to tell me in one of these trending topics that this is what the men want.
Indeed.
Yo, come on. Oh, okay. You did try to tell me. And when I read this, I said, oh, okay. I hear what he's saying now. He's the former three-time NBA champion tried to shoot his shot with Renner, who is an influencer and internet personality, after she said she had sex with 35 guys during a recent appearance on Shots Club Shay Shay podcast. Now she's a young girl. So Fox 54 took to the Twitter, okay, on Thursday and reposted the viral clip from the Club Shay Shay and seemingly suggested that he wants to add his name to the list. He want to be number 36. Hey, at Shannon Sharp, so many questions when you say she's Black. Where do you think she draws the line? Fox wrote, referring to Renner, saying she sees herself settling down with a Black man. I'm just asking for all the one-drop brothers and sisters out there who are aspiring to be number 36 through number 50. Fox added. Renner has yet to respond because he's messy. Okay? Let's see if we can play this little clip here. Oh, darn it. It went. Hold on, guys. Hold on, because I want to play this. Wait, hold on 1 second. I got to stop this and we'll bring up the other screen. Rick Rick Fox is messy. Is that the one I want to bring up? Hold on one second. I think this might be it. All right. I think I might be able to play it. Y'all, let's see.
That if they're wanting of that, it seems to me, as I sit here and talk to you, that you are someone that's very passionate about finding love. And I think the thing is that that person knows who you are. And I do.
So Rick Fox saw that. And at 54, I ain't saying nothing against her. At 54, though, that's what he want. He want to be number 36 to that. Like that's the foolery with these men. That's the foolery. LaDon Sweet Tea, thank you for the super chat. Like Fitty said, I want them to love me like they love Pac. 27 years and they never slept. Now, if you can't get the Cabo 6, come locked up. Listen, thank you so much, Sweet Tea, for the super chat. Felicia, I'm confused. Rick Fox, 54, he want to be number 36 to Brittany.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Thank you, Diva. Good God, those biceps on Shannon Sharp. They are awesome. God, that's a man. Woo. Okay. So I know a little bit about Brittany. She would go around to college campuses looking for the next upcoming and rising franchise athlete. That is how she began her Instagram page, her influencing other people and things like that. And then she got out, she became pregnant by someone, an NBA player. And she said a lot of things that were as blunt as she said on this interview. But I think what happened was that she just didn't get enough child support. Her child support money is the equivalent of probably in relationship to what I got.
She getting $2,500.
Yeah, but when you think about what some of these other people are getting, that ain't a lot of money, you know. But Brittany's not for a traditional job; she's for the street. And as far as Rick Fox, didn't he have children with Vanessa?
I know they definitely had a daughter. I didn't think it was because they had children previously before they married, and those two had a daughter together.
Yeah, you're right. But listen, yeah, I'm not shocked because 54-year-old men usually go for a hot hoe. So I don't think it matters the number. He just knows that, you know, he don't have to front. He don't have to play. He don't have to lie. He just say, I want to be number 36, and she'll give him a go.
Oh, well, I appreciate you. Thank you. Southern Belle, thank you for this. They say Shannon is in an entanglement with his stylist. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what the streets say. That's what the streets say. Thank you, Southern Belle. We appreciate you. Leo, your thoughts?
I'm right there with Southern Belle. And I feel like, yes, Robin says that Rick and Vanessa, they do have a daughter named Sasha. They do have, she's a beautiful girl and very intelligent and smart and all the things. But like Felicia say, they down for it. Like if she out here publicly saying, because I think she in her 30s, right? And she's saying she got 35 bodies. He's like, I'm willing to be number 36 because I know you down with the get down.
Yeah, yeah.
He's saying that we can be on straight terms. And Rick Fox is also a very good looking man. Okay. Rick Fox is a very good looking man. 29, she's 29 and got 35 bodies. And she's out here publicly willing to say. But Shannon Sharp better hold his face right as well. Because I am of the ilk of don't be looking at her because she 29 and she got 35 bodies, but I'm quite sure Shannon Sharp probably got 100 bodies. Even when he turned 30, he probably had 100 bodies. Because he was a football player. Oh, you saying
you calling Shannon a hoe?
Yes, I am. Yes,
That ain't right. That ain't right.
It's right. It's right and it's proper. It's right and it's proper. So I will say that this girl has lived her life in the way, yes, she did used to troll the basketball players. That's what I know her about. I know it was some basketball player named Washington or something other like that she purposely went to the campus and got this young man. And then put it on blast that she was riding this young man.
I'm starting to remember that.
Yes, and they got pregnant from him and said, yes, this young man is getting ready to pay me my coin.
Yes, that's her. Oh my God, I remember.
That's her. He was like a hornet or something like that. But anyway, y'all will correct me in the chat because you know I'd be getting confused. But anyway, it was something other like that. And she do get her money, like Opinion said. She get like $200,000 a month from this guy. So
he was a young guy. Yes, young guy, very naive. I want to say he was probably
like 19 or 20 or something like that. She came for him just for that purpose. She's extremely messy. I mean, she is what it is. She speaks transparently about who she is, and I have no problem with that. Don't be coming through like you is the Christian choir girl at the daggone church, and that's not who you are. Hey, if Rick Fox like it, I love it. Let him have at it.
I do remember her. She sure did. And that guy was so naive and then just wanted to try to see his baby and be a father. I remember now. Robin, your thoughts?
I'm kind of there with Leo. Listen, she puts it out there. I'm not going to call her a hoe. I'm going to say that she's made decisions in her life, and we, not me, but we, the public, have labeled her. Do you or whoever else you want to do. If her business, and she put her business on Front Street, it's not like we heard, if her business was heard about through the U.S. Daily Mail or something like that, the National Enquirer. She puts it out there. That's how she is. That's who she is. That's what she wants to be. When she's clear about it, that's fine. Rick Fox, I didn't know he was like that, because he comes across very differently. But in the whole world of entertainment and amongst entertainers and artists, I don't believe that 35 is a high number, by the way. And I will also add that I enjoy Shannon Sharp Club Shay Shay because it is kind of messy, but he really does get people to be like real. That's it.
Thank you, Robin.
Okay, Robin, I think that's a high number for me, but in the general, I believe you as well, Robin. I don't think 35 is a high number if you 60.
It's a high number for her.
Which her?
I'm trying to
talking about.
35 is not a high number?
Not if you're a self-declared, I'm going to go get mine how I want it. I'm going to let you know about it.
Oh, yeah. You did. Yeah, but I thought you was just talking about in general. I'm like, 35.
No. I said in the world of amongst entertainers and athletes.
Okay. All right. Julius, your thoughts?
Shoot, props to her. Listen, we just keeping it real up in here. Okay. Yep, I done been around. I got a pass. I done been with dudes. Yes, I have. And I did what I did. Yeah, I mean, she was definitely giving me whatchamacallit vibes from Basketball Wives, Phoebe vibes from Phoebe, the girl Phoebe from Basketball Wives. That's who she kind of looked like to me. But listen, get you, girl, shoot. Listen, we all doing it out here. Some of us do it discreetly. Some of us just open about it. It's all good.
All right, I'm breathing. Southern Belle said, no, people got 100 to 200, Diva. Okay.
And then JJ is in a paper bag beside their bed.
So come on, okay?
Oh, and y'all burning every day.
Ooh, but go ahead, Nikki.
Listen, I'm happy to share my number. My number is 2. I have my first and my last. Listen,
Oh.
I'm a good girl though. You know, I'm that girl.
My number is
Ain't
high.
nobody ask you that, girl. And I don't think nobody in the panel wanted to know, but okay.
Listen, just what is we always say full disclosure. No, but yeah, that is my number. But I was always just one of those very driven people to not be a statistic. That's just me, just saying. And kind of sheltered, kind of how I grew up or whatever in the suburbs. But I listen, although I grew up in church and I love God and the whole Bible and all of that, I just think 2 things. There's lots of double standards. It's the audacity to me for any athlete, coach, person that works in the building to say anything to a female about sex and her number and her count and any of that. Because we all know
he didn't judge her. He didn't judge her.
No, I'm just saying in general. I just think it's rich because that industry is just rife with like people probably like her who wait at the hotel or whatever the case may be.
Well, let's circle back because I'm on the express train.
I'm sorry.
Back. No, you're fine. You're fine. But
what am I supposed to say?
Rick Fox, 54. He want to be number 36.
Oh. Well, okay, so I have 2 problems with that. I don't know. I don't want to be number 1. I want to be the only. So I got a problem with that off the top. Just that's just me. But I mean, I just do feel like it wouldn't be for me unless it was Trevor Noah or Hill Harper. I need a hall pass. I think we had this discussion already. No, but I just feel like I try my best. I try my best not to judge, but I would never want to be number 2, number 1, number 3, so I certainly wouldn't be number 35 unless it's those 2 people. Then I'm gonna need a pass. But no, I just think Rick Fox is hot. I'm sure he probably, how old is he? Like 65? He probably still hot and probably hotter, gray. I'm not mad at that man, but I don't understand why he would want to be number 35 when he looks like he looks, unless he looks different now. Because Genuine, he looked real good when he was riding a pony, and I don't know so much nowadays. So I don't know. I'm not judging the man. Let him have whatever he wants. Whatever. If she want to give it, if she down for the count, and do your thing. I don't know. Just protect yourself. That's the thing. So did she say she was like letting them, come in and out and
listen.
With no, what do they call it? With no floors or something?
So my whole point is though, right? It's not just about her number. It's that Rick Fox, and I think you're gonna connect with me. Connect with me, E. It's that Rick Fox sat there after all he heard out of her mouth, and he said he want to be number 36.
Man, don't care about that. That's even better.
And I'm like, whoa. E, what are your thoughts? Are you there, E?
Oh, Diva, God tried to block it, but Moses, Ava, Cain and Abel made a way out of no way. Okay? So
say it now, honey. Yes, it did, baby.
I've been telling y'all for a while. Men do not want virgins. They don't have the patience for virgins. They do not want women with natural bodies, natural hair, natural eyelashes, natural teeth, or a college degree. They have sold women on, this is what we want, that we have women running around trying to shade other women for not having these natural things. Meanwhile, the men are around here chasing Erica Mena, and we know she bought all her body parts, and Bambi too. Happy didn't marry Erica Dixon, as natural and beautiful as she was, but he went and got this Bambi with these big old teeth and this long 30-inch weave and this old crooked body. So listen to me. I'm gonna tell you what the men want, because Diva, we've gone through this. They want women with a 6th grade education, no acne, and access to funds, legal or illegal, that they are willing to put in a black man's hand on a consistent frequency. Those are the type of women who black men seek to protect and provide assistance to. Pay attention to the way Shannon interviewed this bimbo. As much vitriol as black women face for dating outside of our race and for having kids out of wedlock, and you have this jackass sitting there saying, how many men have you been with? And asking her, what's your type? And when you date outside of your race, he was just gushing over all of her answers, even if they weren't applicable to him. And She was just as intelligent as a squirrel and as fidgety and ADHD eligible as the Mississippi River. Men like dumb girls. If y'all don't take anything else away, men like dumb girls. Why do you think so many men go after Portia Stewart Williams, McKinley, Kelly Gubadia? It doesn't surprise me that Shannon Sharp and Rick Fox want to take Brittany for another spin around the block because dogs attract dogs. Dogs belong with dogs. And dogs who hump around with poodles, chihuahuas, bulldogs, Labradors, golden retrievers, and Rottweilers eventually wake up with fleas. And we will not refer to Shannon as fine because we must remember Shannon is a HO as well. He's a 304 for those of you who didn't catch it. And what we also must know, because I'm like Nikki, and I'll say this, and Diva, hopefully you will, maybe you'll see what I'm trying to say. Too much sex with too many different folks can not only affect you emotionally and mentally, but your physical health. It can affect the cardiovascular system, your kidney function. For men, it can cause erectile dysfunction, with their lymph noodles, premature ejaculation, and all kinds of diseases. So listen, dogs attract dogs. Let them have each other. Rick Fox, I thought better of you. You ain't finished.
Well,
okay. She said what she said.
Oh my God! In my opinion, you're up.
What's
the
Rick
facts,
Fox
though. You
with
spoke
Vanessa?
facts. Yes.
Okay.
So let me tell you something. First of all, I don't subscribe to these quote unquote Instagram famous supposed to be people, that go slide on everybody's pole. Listen here. I don't really care about her body count. She should have kept this to herself. As far as that dirty old man that old enough to be her doggone dad, I don't subscribe to that neither. It sounds pedophilia to me. What the world do you want with somebody that's old enough to be your dang daughter? I just don't understand that. So yeah, he slide his pole in there. He gonna get something he ain't been asking for. Gonna be itching and burning for a whole year.
Thank you. In my opinion, Dustin, you're up.
What? My opinion on this, Dave, is I agree with in my opinion on this. Why would you want somebody that's old as your daughter to have something to do with? That's just crazy, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you, Dustin. Denzel, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, it seemed like she was sitting up there bragging. Like, what's she bragging about? Listen, if she's happy with that, okay, do you, girl? And if Rick Fox he wanna be number 36, well, he can go do that. He can go get his rocks off. But you know what? He needs to protect himself because be careful what you wish for. Mm-hmm. Be careful what you wish for because you never know. That's it. That's all, Diva.
Thank you, Denzel. Yeah, so you know what? I did think more Rick Fox. I don't know why. I was just shocked when I saw that. I was like, okay, that's what we're doing. All right. And listen, did y'all hear that? Just a side note, we'll talk about another time, that Mia and from Potomac and her hubby broke up.
Yeah, they've been separated for a while, but that's supposed to play out on the season.
Well, he don't got no more money. So
but you know how Mia is, she float to everybody with some money in their pocket, and since they done took the company from him, so he ain't got no money no more. So she had to fly to somebody else.
So
she a gold digger?
She a gold
digger.
digger.
She told you she was a gold digger. She said she married him for his money. So
gold
now he
digger.
ain't got nothing. She gonna get on her broom and go to the next target.
Whoa. Okay.
Gold digger.
So let's get into this next story. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and do Nene?
Can I ask one question before we
yes.
Just one thing. How do we, and I'm just asking, because I don't know how this got out or whatever, if it was just said publicly on her platform. How do we know it wasn't just a joke? Like he was just like joking about it. Was he like DMing her or something? Like how do we
Who?
That's
Rick
why we
Fox.
clowning in the
You
chat.
talking about Rick Fox?
Yeah.
He tweeted it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wanted
Uh-huh.
He for real.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. No, this ain't wrong.
He ain't joking.
Now, Nikki. Now,
I'm not saying you were wrong.
You know
I
what?
just it popped in my
Nikki.
head.
You've been missing the train too much because you know I don't even bring no mess over here.
Leave don't bring nothing that she can't show you.
Okay, listen, I wasn't saying
He's
it like that.
legit.
I know you wasn't accusing me of nothing, but I'm just saying, girl, come on now. You got to catch the train more.
Okay.
You know better.
No, but you be blocking me or like putting me on pause.
Oh, don't do that, Nikki.
Auntie Robin is in charge, and y'all be putting me on pause.
Speak to Robin.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Let's get into
no
this.
denial. Just saying.
Come on now, hold on. Everybody mute for 1 second. Let's get into this next story. So this next story right here is Bethenny and Nene. They was on Bethany. Bethany interviewed Nene on her podcast, right? And I'm gonna just summarize this thing up real quick because you know they with the foolery. I only want to get this thing the whole read. So hold on 1 second. Let me just share. I'm gonna share a screen with you though. So Bethenny Frankel and Nene Leakes talk about falling out with Andy Cohen. They both said, I don't think he ever liked us. Are we in high school or grade school here? I don't think he ever liked us. All right. So the two former Real Housewives stars pulled back the curtain on a breakdown of the bond they seemingly had with their former Bravo boss. So here's the thing I learned. You know what? Your boss is never really going to be your friend like that. No, they're not. Because it's your boss. And at the end of the day, if it becomes between your boss and job and you, they're going to pick their job all day long. Catch that free tip right there. Bethenny Frankel and Nene Leakes are getting real about where their friendship stands with Andy Cohen. During a lengthy discussion on Tuesday's episode of Just Be with Bethenny Frankel, the former housewives discussed the fallout they each had with the show's executive producer in the wake of their respective crusades for fair treatment. Both women had a long history with Cohen, with all rising to fame at the same time. Frankel as original star of the Real Housewives of New York, Nene Leakes as an OG member of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Cohen as Bravo development executive, producer, and emerging on-air host. And while they each noted they had appeared to be Andy's favorite in the public's eyes, often sitting next to him at reunions and making regular appearances on Watch What Happens Live, the woman said on the week's podcast that their closeness with Cohen 55 was indicative of a strong bond. I don't feel like we were good friends, said Leaks 55. My good friends, I go to their house or I visit their home at some point. So I never visited his home. We were probably a little more than colleagues because I could call him on his cell phone. I have gone out with him, out on the town, and I have gone drinking with him and I party with him. But I did not know where I stood. I thought we had a good relationship. She went on to refer to a friendship with Cohen as a real game every housewife has to play. He's at the top and he is moving everybody around on the board, said Leakes. Frankel agreed, explaining that she thinks the game works. There's always question who texts you the most, who do you text the most, and the thing is we are all in the game, okay, said the Skinny Girl founder 52. I remember one year I was off the Housewives and I went to his house for his Christmas party and there were all these famous people there and I felt special. And then, you know, I'm sitting next to him at the reunion and now I feel special. And it reminds me of you with your parents. We all want his approval. We all want to be the favorite. We want to be able to say, I've been on the show the most. It's a calling card. There's a psychology that goes on with this group on the show, Frankel said. He used to be an executive and he's a producer. So there's this power play. It's tricky. Listen, they go on. And I'm also say that Bethenny said that, you know what, that what was the words that she used about Andy? She said something about Andy. I did a video earlier. She said pretty much about Andy being messy for the way that he asks these questions on Watch What Happens Live with Andy. And she said that everybody is kind of like a pawn and he's protecting himself, right? So my thing is, if y'all hated Andy so much, Why did you go on the show so much? Why did you go and watch What Happens Live so much? It's a whole hot mess. And just like yesterday, you know, with Nia Long, when are you going to get over it? When? When do you let this conversation go? Felicia, your thoughts?
You know, we talked a little bit about this before. And I really think what happened to Miss Lanithia Leakes is that she had never done corporate work before and was not exposed to that corporate culture. So there are a lot of people who go to holiday parties and you get invited to the party, you go out after work, they call you when you're in the office, things like that. And that's considered your coworker, additionally, or your supervisor, yes, or your boss. Sometimes you may have a friendship that sustains itself beyond that employment, but most times you don't. And if there's a breach, if there has been a breach of trust, or there was some kind of discord upon your departure, and you feel that there was something that was done wrongfully to you, illegally done to you, you acquire an attorney, you file an actionable suit, you see it through the end, and all that time you do move on, and you move on for yourself. This is like diving back again into a toxic pool to talk about something that should really be long in your rearview mirror. So you can move on. So I feel very sorry that Nene appears to be caught up in this cyclical piece of talking about some place that she has long gone exited from, and she's not reaping any kind of financial reward for continuing this discussion.
Felicia, I appreciate you. Thank you. Rearview mirror. So, Emmanuel, you know what? You said they spoke nothing but facts. And what? So what now? What now? She spoke nothing but facts. Should she go in Tamara Hall? Sherry Shepherd? What's the one? Drew Barrymore? I mean, what else can we do here? What? Even if she does an interview tour, what good is it going to do for her? Sometimes we get people down the wrong road in the wrong path. A real friend is going to keep it 100 with you, and they'll tell you, boo boo, I love you. Let it go. Let it go. Time to move on. They did what they did. Their life is out there waiting for you. And you busy sitting on somebody's couch still crying, woe is me. Leo, your thoughts?
And just to tag along with Felicia, keep in mind, Andy ain't thinking about them. Andy ain't thinking about Nene. Andy ain't thinking about Bethany. He counting his coins all the way to the bank. And what I will not do is waste up my mental energy, my spiritual time and thought thinking about folks, and I'm going to say folks for Diva on her clean channel that ain't thinking about me. They think about me. Nene and Bethany need to let it go. I don't know what they think that, well, I can figure what Bethany kind of want from it. It's something that Bethany is wanting that she's using Nene for. Nene, get a clue. You have been an actor. You have been a reality star. You have been on Broadway. There are many things that you have talents that you can tap into that I encourage this woman to tap into. But it's sitting on the couch complaining, whining about what went on with Andy and Bravo. Them Bravo producers, and them people ain't thinking about you. They ain't got nothing for you. They ain't gonna give you nothing. They ain't gonna offer you nothing. They ain't gonna call you. They ain't gonna write about you on no interview. They ain't gonna say nothing about Nene. Girl, move on.
Move on. Not the Don. He's so messy. Can someone please drop down? He said, I'll give you $1. I cannot. Let me throw this in there, and I'm getting ready to come to you, Robin.
You gotta give me 200.
I know that's right. It's not even a good look for a future employer. Because that's telling me a lot of stuff indirectly. Just in general, I'd be like, oh, she don't know how to let stuff go. I wouldn't want that. I'd be like, oh, if I employed her and something happened and made a mistake, she gonna be blasting us all around the town to anybody who will listen. Years to come. What was the last year that she was on, Roa?
Season 12.
Yeah, but what year was that?
Was that
I think, was it 2020?
Yeah.
2020. It is 2023. What employer do you think will want that type of employee where it's 3 years later and you still crying, woe is me? You know what, Kathy Hilton, God bless you, silence is golden. Robin, what are your thoughts?
These women behave sophomorically, one-dimensionally, and their behavior is akin to someone who is legally blind. They are acting as if they live in one circle and do not have an understanding of life being a Venn diagram. Do I need to say more? Because I can't. No, they are ridiculous. They are stunted is the nicest thing I can say. Nene is just waiting, and I don't even know how she doesn't have some kind of arthritic condition, because seems to me she can talk all she wants. She can snap her neck and suck her teeth, but I think that she needs to check out her wrist, because she just seems to have her hands held out and open as if she has a tray just waiting for somebody to hand her new life.
Because she deserves it, just because she deserves it. And everybody's giving me the point of she spoke nothing but fact.
And that's fine, but you know what? The other thing is, like Leo said, and Felicia, these definitely Nene has no concept of a traditional work environment. And and the things that we do when we go, most of us who are not entrepreneurs, and even those of us who are, we go to some place, you have a chain of command. You're not buddy with the boss, because you know what? The minute that the boss doesn't like something that you didn't do, said, or didn't say, they're going to reach back into the personal bag and lay you out. You're done.
Done.
Paige, hey, Bethenny, what can I get from you? Put it in the chat.
Yeah. Paige said, you never talk badly about your previous employer. You better come through. Even on corporate interviews, you better talk about it, because they assume you will do the same to them. Hello. If you put up questions, just sample questions for an interview, they will just clearly tell you 100 things you should never do. You gotta balance out your life. Look, I'm sitting there. Well, what they asked you about your last job. Well, you know what? They didn't really train me. I didn't like this, that, and the other. No, everything, it was pretty well. And I'm just looking for a new opportunity with some growth. You always use growth as the answer. The team was small, and, there was no room for growth. And I really want to go and get a job where, there's some room for growth, because I have a 5-year plan. Mess around. All the people that lead you down the wrong path, they ain't get that far either. I promise you that. They even said in that interview, it's a game you got to play. Well, you better catch the rules to the game. And let me tell you this, you ain't going to change the rules. No, you will not. Even when you thought you changed them, you did not. I promise you that. Because behind the scenes, they got their own little thing going on. Yeah, we're going to let her think she got that off. Whatever. Because we got to legally. I'm trying to tell you. Where am I at? Exactly, Diva. That's why she was black. I think you probably mean blackballed. Nene isn't that talented, in my opinion. Yeah, but you know what though? Yeah, and thank you, Miss Rosa, for that comment. Here's the thing though. What do you want? But I tell you one thing, you can't get the prize over here if you still wondering why you lost this prize over here. The door is closed to Bravo. Move on. Julius, your thoughts.
Come back to me.
No problem. Nikki, your thoughts.
Thank you, Julius, because I cannot. Please go get the people at the fight. Listen, I had to put on my shades because y'all real shady. And I cannot. It's not even no sun shining. I can't. So I have a few things I need to say.
Okay, come on now.
Okay. First of all, we got to stop trying to manage other people's feelings. That's number one. I can feel however I want to feel about whatever's happened to me in my life. If I want to feel like that today, 10 days from now, 10 years from now, 100 years from now, it's none of your business. If you don't like it, don't talk to me. Like, whatever. You don't have to turn on my channel. You don't have to watch my interview. You don't have to do none of that. You don't have to concern yourself with my life at all. I'm just saying, and that's no shade to us. I'm just saying in general.
No, come on, talk your talk.
That's just how I feel. The second thing is, I think Robin was saying something about, or I think maybe Leo was saying something about how, like, people in this job, they're saying all of these things. All of you guys, I want to say, have said something about Nene talking about her past employer or unfair treatment and this, that, and the third. And let's just be very clear.
Okay.
Where would we be? I think I would say maybe 60% or 70% of this panel are female. Where would we be had some of our past women didn't stand in the gap and complain and keep bringing it up and keep bringing it up and keep bringing it up and keep saying this is unfair? We should be, because still now today, we still don't make the same that a man makes. So I'm not with that whole, well, she can't say anything because she worked for them and
Nikki,
they should be so loyal. And the reason for
I'm
that
gonna let you finish, Nikki, but let me ask you this. Name the females who stood up for us. I'm not saying there was none. They are, but can you name them?
Yeah. Was it Rosa Parks? Sojourner Weaver.
No,
I mean, it's a whole bunch of them. My mom, like all the people that started Texas Southern University in Houston, Texas. It's the first black.
No, you name me someone from the past.
Don't do that.
Buildings. No, you know why I'm doing that?
Please tell me why.
We know it happened, but do you know their name?
What I'm saying is, no. Let me be clear. Don't try to catch me in a got you bag, because that's not a good look.
They stood up, but do you know their name? And the reason why I'm saying, do you know their name?
Don't do that.
We know Nene Leak's name because all she keep doing
is in
front of the scenes running her mouth.
Listen,
you gotta know how to do things in a certain order. I asked you to name some recent names.
This is the thing. I don't want to. Let me be very clear. Just because you don't agree with me, we're not putting me in this bag to try to get me caught up in, oh, she might not know what she's talking about. Because regardless, if I can name 50 women from the past that helped us get to where we are, so that we can sit on this table, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, hold on. Let me do this super chat. Yo, thank you for the super chat. Nene publicly talked about and sued NBC Peacock, who will hire her at that level. Yo, we're connected.
So did Vicky and whoever else.
So did what?
Vicky sued them too.
See,
and she's on the girls trip and I be on next season.
So you're repeating some of the things Nene said in this interview. So
no, I'm not, because I haven't even listened to the whole
maybe
interview.
You did not see the interview.
Okay.
So let's do that. Maybe
I've heard part of it, but
okay,
but I want to get on.
That's not good enough. So you just said that no, you're not, but you didn't even see the interview.
Listen to what I'm saying.
No. Hold on 1 second. Let me say this. So let me say this. Nene, I'm not saying that she doesn't have some valid points. I think where the disconnect is, at some point, you can't just keep running your mouth saying they did me wrong. You need to sit in silence. And if they did you so wrong, fight your fight. Did you hear? You saw the Writers Guild out there protesting. Did they do 99 interviews actually calling out individual names of producers and shows, or just every single second that how they did me dirty? There's a way to fight your fight. Nikki, I got it. I'm gonna let you finish up, then I'm gonna get on the E. Go ahead.
Okay. I just feel like, and I'm not taking any of this personally. Just understand, I'm not angry or mad or nothing. It's just my opinion.
Right.
The other thing is, I wanted to just say, let's see, I wrote it somewhere about the Andy thing and Bethenny and Nene talking about Andy and basically kind of throwing him under the bus at this point. I feel as though Andy has always been like a person with a Chinese wall with regard to his staff. So I feel like he's never cared about them from the jump, but he gives like this personality because he's the host or whatever. He gives that off to them But like they said, I've never been to his house. I've been to all my real friends' houses. I've never been to Andy's house. And I think, unfortunately for them, because of the type of job that they have, it's very public. It's not in a professional job where there are all these boundaries and they're seen and unseen, written and unwritten. I think for a personality like Bethenny, for a personality like Nene, and probably most of these people, they're very social people. They probably thought, oh, he's my friend. You know, maybe they shared some things with him or whatever the case may be. And they felt more comfortable to do that. And I think they're shocked and pissed off and mad that they were wrong about him. They didn't realize he has a Chinese wall. Yeah, he's gonna laugh in your face, but at the end of the day, from my understanding, he's an executive and he's gonna do executive moves, and he's not gonna have you at his house like that. So I feel like they feel a certain way about that. But I do agree with the idea, just because I'm from the age that I'm from, of you probably is not in good taste to go out there and make a big ruckus about your job or whatever the case may be. But I do think, even though it's probably not a good idea, it is a very old idea. And the reason I say that now, I came from a generation that you go to work, you do what you're supposed to do, you listen to all the rules. I just think now people can make their whole living being an Instagram, whatever that girl is we were just talking about in the first segment. And so they don't have to, unfortunately, follow the rules that you and I and Leo and probably the rest of the people on this panel have had to follow, the traditional rules where you come to work, you do what you're supposed to do, you keep your head down, you don't complain about anything. Meanwhile, because we all getting played by the employers. Meanwhile, if something happens to you, my aunt is sick right now, taking chemo right now. And she's been at her job for 20 something years and she's been let go because she's sick. And my point to that is, you put all this loyalty in, you say nothing, you don't do anything about whatever. And the moment something happens, they will post your job in 15 minutes. And so that's all I'm saying. I just feel like we shouldn't be telling people, even if we don't necessarily agree with their approach or their feeling, or we feel like they should be over it. I just don't think we should tell other people how to manage their grief or whatever they're feeling with their employer. So if she felt like she was being, cast out or blackballed or whatever it is that she's been saying over the years, what's wrong with her saying it? And what's wrong with her continuing to say this is unfair treatment? And we all on this panel watch these different situations where, again, Teresa can go to jail, her and her husband, and they glorified and they bring her back with guaranteed contracts, and they don't do the same for her. So that's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Thank you, Nikki. E, your thoughts?
Well, okay. Diva, a lady knows when to leave, and Miss Ruth was a lady. Bethany and Lanithia are not ladies. And be clear, Nene was born in 67 and Bethenny 1970. They're too old for this. If you want to make friends, go to church.
Come on.
Join a book club.
Come on.
Join a Facebook group.
Well.
Work is work. Period.
Okay.
This reminds me of the African proverb. If a child, and I posted this earlier when you first did the live, if a child who is not embraced by the village, they will burn it down to feel its warmth. Okay? Nene and Bethenny are trying to burn down the Bravo and the Housewife franchise because they feel that they started this, and how dare the show go on without them?
Come on.
They're bitter and scorned is what it is. Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something. And this is to you, Lanithia Monique Leaks, because I know you've been in the bushes ever since your daughter-in-law or the mother of your grandchild been over here. This is a word for you, my dear. Let me tell you something. I have earned some good salaries and I have had some great benefits on some good jobs. I've managed a small HR team of 4, and I've managed a big sales team between 30 and 60 people, depending on the quarter. Hundreds of people have my work cell and my email. I've done lunch with I don't even know how many people. But how ridiculous would they look now to come on YouTube and talk about coming to my baby shower and texting me from 3 years ago? Are you freaking nuts? Be clear. When there's a baby shower, everybody gets an invite because we want the photos to look filled out and we want all of the gifts off of our registry. So to say, oh, I went to Andy's baby shower, get a grip. I'm not saying that those moments are disingenuous or people don't matter. I'm not saying that. Mm-hmm. What I am saying is that when it was good, it was good. We met our quota. We got our bonuses. We made our money. Now it's time to move on. Yes, Nene is entitled to her pain, like Nikki said, and I can understand that moving away from any relationship can be hard, especially when you feel you were the first and you started something. But when you're in the second half of your life, and this is just my opinion, when you're in the second half of your life, you have more days behind you than in front. Bravo is done with you. Put a fork in it. Show us you're still the Nene we got to know and love, and book your next gig. Lanithia, you're going on everybody's podcast except your own. Everybody's using Lanithia's name for clicks and views, and it's nothing new to talk about. The next time Nene goes on somebody's show, I want her to tell us something new, a new show, a new podcast, anything, as long as it's new. Nene, love your past enough and everything you've accomplished during your height when it was beautiful and rich. Love all of that success enough to let it go.
Come on now. And can the church say amen? Because that's a word, honey. You just dropped it.
Amen.
Anytime you got somebody that will let you sit in your stool and smell, that's not a true friend. People want to act like, oh, the friend is, get over it when you can. Don't worry about it. You're right. Bravo did you dirty. We know that. We know that. You know how my friends get down? Suck it up, buttercup. I need you to pick up your bed, get yourself together, get back out there and show the world what they working with. You. Go work so hard to the point where they're calling you back. Because let me tell you this. Adidas is pissed off as they are with Kanye West. Why did one of his execs come out recently and said, you know what? He said what he said, but I don't think he meant it like the world took it. And this man that said that is Jewish. And you want to know why? Because at the end of the day, without Yeezy over there at Adidas, they ain't making the same amount of money. And he didn't come back yet to say, you know, he begged them initially. No, it's not. It's a very good example. And it's a good example. Why? Because they called him back. They want him. That man, I could pull up the video. So Nene did what she did. But if she went out there and she worked and showed them that y'all can't do this without me, she might have never known what happened. But you're still talking about them over and over and over and over again. Come on now. I'm telling you, I could bring up the video where this man said, I don't think Kanye meant it. So if somebody as problematic as Kanye can have Adidas wanting him back, imagine if Nene shut her mouth, go out there and did what she had to do. In my opinion, your thoughts?
Diva, you're not gonna like it. I'm gonna say it like this. First of all, y'all keep saying she need to go out there and get her a job and make this money. Okay.
I can't hear her. Can y'all hear her?
What happened?
No, faded out.
No, she faded out.
I'm just saying, y'all keep saying she
We
can
didn't
do
hear
this.
you.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so I said you're not gonna like this because y'all keep saying she can do this, she can do this podcast. Nene had a podcast set up, and they told her they couldn't do the podcast because Andy blocked her from it. So how is she supposed to do this if she's blocked? She's trying to get it unblocked. They dragging this arbitration on. I know we've been in arbitration for 2 or 3 years now. I am so tired of everybody's like, oh, well, she needs to build this bridge and get over it. She can build a bridge if they stop trying to blackball her. All I'm saying is if you're done with her, be done with her. But don't blackball her and stop her from doing something that she really needs to do for her livelihood. Like, that's just messy. And if y'all standing up for that the black woman can't work because she's being blackballed, I mean, really, what are we talking about? We always talk about protect black women, but here it is, a whole bunch of black women ain't protecting this black woman. Like, I get it. If you done with her, be done with her, but don't block her blessings.
We're blocking her.
Let's
First of
talk
all,
about it.
wait, let me say this.
I'm saying y'all keep saying I'm just saying whenever you say she could build a bridge, I sit here and I'm listening to you. Yeah, I would say the same thing too if this lady's not being blackballed. But if she's being blackballed,
let me ask you this. So let me ask you this.
Speak out.
So when it comes to certain things, there's no mustard seed faith. Andy is more powerful than God. I don't get that. So one minute
we nobody say Andy was more powerful than God, but your voice is more.
Let me say this. We're saying have mustard seed faith, right? But at the same time, we're saying this one man is blocking her from everything. She can do YouTube. If he was blocking her from everything, he didn't block the Carlos King interview. He didn't block the interview with Bethany Frankel. There's so many other interviews that she has done that was not blocked. So
and Zeus told her to come over there. They will give her a show. Zeus, the executive, and that is on Instagram. He said,
"Who wants to go to Zeus?"
Oh, but see, there it is.
Tell them about it, in my opinion, because you're 100% right.
No, I'm saying, why would y'all want to? Hold on.
You got standards. You claim you blocked and you blackboard, but now you got standards. But she went over there and did.
Yes,
first of all, what older woman you see on Zeus? First of all, let me explain that one to you folks.
She did College Hill,
and we knew that was a sham too.
No, but she did it though.
I'm just saying, Diva. This is my thing, Diva. You every time I say something, you try to make up an excuse. Here's the thing. So all I'm saying
is your thing to combat to me, but when I say something, it's
no, Diva. I'm just saying I think because you don't like Nene, because you don't.
So now everybody that I don't speak of, that's the trend of everybody else.
I'm not saying it like that. I know
that don't even make any sense. I don't know Nene Leakes, and I have. If anybody ever noticed, I have the same thing no matter who you are when it comes to shutting your mouth and having a certain work ethic. So it is not isolated to Nene. Listen, I went there yesterday with Nia Long. I said, get over it. There, if you really ever listen to me, I got the same thing when it comes to getting over something. You are an adult. You're in your 50s. You got less years ahead of you than you perhaps have behind you. And you're going to sit there and be a woe is me. I said, Nia Long. How could I hate somebody? I don't even know this chick, right? But I did say, Nia Long, get over it.
I didn't say hey, I said this guy.
Wait, hold on 1 second. And if you was my friend, I would tell you the same thing. Get over it. I had told y'all 100% that my friends personally in my life, we the suck it up buttercup crew. You got 2 days at best to be crying over a certain situation. And then after that, we need to know what's your plan. If you're going to let any of your friends sit there in their stool and not pull up their bootstraps and get their life together, you don't have enough money for your rent, then get you a second job or some type of side gig, but you can't be crying every week, I ain't got the money. Like at some point, you got to turn over the coin. You got to open a new door. So what I'm saying is, I'll have grace for Nene, but you got to understand also, you reap what you sow. Yes, I did call out Nicki Minaj too. I call it for what it is, no matter who it is. And I will say this, no matter what you do in life, you're going to reap what you sow. The way she's saying Andy did her, Nene has done other people. She has done some of her fellow housewives that way. There was many people that sat on that couch and said, after filming, you never called me. I thought we was friends. This, that, and the other. I thought we was friends. You got up there and said, fire me. And she said, well, I was just answering a question. You can ask me a question about my friend, and I ain't going to respond with a negative answer. I don't care who you are. That's my boo. I'm not responding negatively. And you can ask me the question, and I'm going to gather you all the way together.
Okay, Diva, I want you to
say I don't have no compassion.
Listen, wait a minute, hold on. When Candy was talking about she who can't pay, okay, and they were supposed to be friends. But you didn't hold her accountable for that. I mean,
say that again.
When Candy was talking about her friend, Shay, that's been her friend for a while. She who couldn't pay.
I'm just saying. I'm not. Because I don't care what nobody want to say. I even call Candy out on one of the shows. I forgot what the heck she did. We can go back and forth with this, but I'm not what I'm not going to allow to happen on here. I ain't putting that toe tag on me that, oh, I just hate this one. I don't hold this one accountable. I don't this, I don't that, because it's not even a fact. The fact is, no matter what, I have the same theme. And that theme is pick yourself up, gather yourself, and get yourself together. And that's it, and that's all. All right.
Diva, can I say one thing, please?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
I would like to clarify something which takes me back to what I said earlier about living in one circle and not the Venn diagram. I'm so tired also of people not being clear about this arbitration. In the state of New York, where this has to take place, the onus would be on Lenethia Leaks to file arbitration. She just has to go to the board, file papers. The papers are reviewed. A hearing is set. The officers are set. It can be one or a panel of people who are arbitrators. The process itself is similar to a courtroom. The only difference is whatever happens inside the arbitration is it remains is undisclosed. It remains under seal, but the evidence is presented. Witnesses are heard. The arbitrators make a decision. In this case, it will be binding, meaning whatever the arbitrator says goes. And then that's it. So everybody's talking about this arbitration that's been droning on and that they're in negotiations. They are not in negotiations. There's no such thing as negotiations in arbitration. I just need folks to know that. Nene is sitting on her hands, or whoever she's working with, and she's not moving forward. She just seems to be stuck to me. That's my opinion. But just about the arbitration, that's how it works. She ain't moved on it yet.
I thought it was an arbitration. I thought it was.
But hold on one second.
And by the way, the result after the case, after your arbitration is heard, oh my God, I hope you know this, Leo. I don't think it's more than 30 days after the close of the hearing that the arbitrator or arbitrators have a time limit where they must come back with their.
They have to do it within a
it's like 30 days, right?
She called it mediation.
Depends on the state,
which is different than arbitration. She said mediation.
Okay, you know what? Now we get in. Hold on one second, Robin, because this what I don't like, right? One, I don't like to go back and forth, and you know me, Robin. I spoke about this many times with you. I spoke about this a little bit with Felicia too. Like, I don't like the back and forth. I don't like the nitpicking and the biting. I don't like when it seems to go like this low, right? And let me say this, because Derby Diva said I don't let people talk. Well, that's a whole vicious lie from the pit of hell. Because let me tell you something. Because I be on this thing for darn near 2 hours every night, and literally I give everybody their moment to speak. And to the point where sometimes I'm waiting overtime, right? And yes, I do interject in between people. And when I get ready to interject, I ask the people several times, hold on 1 minute. I'm the most respectful, or one of the most respectful people that host the channel that I know. And so what I get upset about is I don't like my words to be twisted or misconstrued. And I really do not like this narrative just because my thought process is not going in the thought of the popular opinion is I'm hating on somebody. First of all, we got to stop that, because I don't know these people to hate them. But we come up here to give our opinions. And if my opinion doesn't align with yours, it doesn't align with yours. And I let you have your opinion. But what I don't want you to do when you give in your opinion, say that, oh, you hate this person. You have never heard me come out my mouth and said, oh, y'all just hate Candy. As much as I defend Candy on here and everybody else goes against her, I never came out my mouth and said that, oh, y'all just hate Candy. I accept that as your opinion. But the minute I give an opinion about an opposite thought process than yours, the best y'all want to come back at me with is, oh, you hate this person. Let's go above that piece of the argument, because in my mind, because I feel like I'm telling them the truth and the fact that will help them get over their hump, I love them more than the people that are so much in their face, just helping them stay on that negative thought process. There's so many things that will tell you that how much a negative thought will ruin your whole day in your life. When you're constantly pushing out, oh, this one did me dirty, this one did me dirty. At some point, you got to let it go no matter who did you dirty. So what I want to do, the bar card ain't open, but I just wanted to say that. But you know what, though? I'm going to be very honest with you. My energy is off, right? And I really do not like the combating at the actual person. I always say, give your opinion, but never come at a person. I'm done with the, oh, you hate, diva, because that ain't it. I don't know these people. These are topics that I want to talk about. And I always love when the topics actually go to real life situations, because in the real world, if you have a job and all you do is keep talking negative about that previous job, it's going to be hard for you to get another job. Everybody is connected. People know this one. Now one corporation is connected to this one, that one, and the other, and you will just never get a job. Not saying that anything that came out of Nene's mouth was not the truth. Sometimes your truth don't mean nothing. There's a whole bunch of people in jail right now that told the truth. They doing 10 years down. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, I want to shut this down and close out. My energy is gone, it's off. I don't like the way that this live was headed. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. If y'all want, hit the like button. If not, don't. If you want to come back tomorrow when I do trending topics, I'll come back tomorrow when I do trending topics. Give me a minute. No, today I'm going to have to say no. Today is a no because my energy is off right now. Let me just say this. Respect everybody. Respect the opinion. Come above this. Oh, the only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because I don't like somebody. I really usually try to give a whole lot of context behind what I'm saying, and it ain't got nothing to do with hate. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good night. Love y'all. Good night and goodbye.
Love you, Diva. Love y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.